My name is Cassie Summers. Welcome to the Curious Universe podcast. Do you allow yourself to indulge in the pity party, in the low feelings, the lower vibrations, if you will? Or do you always try and keep it up and uppity and pretend like everything's okay when it's not? That's what we're going to explore today in the Curious Universe podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I know I'm a very positive person, and I often see okay, what's right about this in every situation. I'm like, all right, yeah, maybe not the best, but what's right about this? And I'm like a glass half full kind of person. I'm always pulling and receiving from any scenario. But there are times when, thing after thing occurs and it's just like, boom. You hit burnout, or you hit um some space of low that actually requires your presence and attention rather than faking it till you make it. Faking it till you make it has personally never worked for me. If it works for you, that's awesome. I always say keep doing whatever works for you. Like, don't change it. However, if it doesn't, especially in this scenario, what if you actually allowed yourself to indulge in whatever is coming up for you so that you can have more presence and space with it? It's almost like I see these people avoiding the negative things, avoiding being present with those lows, as though that makes them a more conscious person, a greater person. What if it just makes you a less aware person? What I do, and I just want to share this little tool with you, is I will give myself a certain amount of time to indulge in whatever I require. Sometimes I'm having a pity party. Like, I'm like, woe is me. Everything is so hard. And I will like put on like comfy pajamas and get all this food, this snacky kind of food, like so much of it. And I'll like put on some Netflix and I'll just like watch hours of stuff. Like, if it's really bad, I will give myself a whole morning. If it's like just kind of, I'll give myself like a good hour of just like, I'm going to pity party and have total freedom to indulge in all of those lows and indulge in the thoughts, the feelings, and the emotions that are coming up rather than trying to pretend they're not there or negate them. And once you kind of give yourself that permission to indulge, here's what has typically shown up for me and the clients that I've worked with is you have that indulgence, and then you actually get to a place of like, I'm kind of over this. Like, I don't want to be in my pajamas forever. Like when you've had a cold for a really long time, like maybe at first, well, not for everyone, but if you're like me, like a single mom that has a lot going on, you're kind of like, oh my God, I have permission just to lay around and sleep all day. But then after like day 3 or 4, you're like, I'm so over this. Like, I don't want to sleep all day. I don't want to lie like a puddle. Like, I'm like, I desire to create and move and enjoy my life. And you just want to move on from it. This is what shows up if you allow yourself to indulge. Now, if you struggle with depression, this might be a whole different conversation with you for you. And you might want to speak with your health practitioners. That's just a little disclaimer. I don't want to give advice to anyone that has these kinds of more complex issues going on. However, when I allow myself just to be really present and just like if I need to feel sorry for myself or I need to like see the impossibility in everything, especially for someone like me that sees possibility in literally everything, but just be like, nothing is possible. Rawr. That I'm not fighting against it anymore. So I'm like using all this energy to fight against something that I've already aligned and agreed with. I've already aligned and agreed with, woe is me. I've already aligned and agreed with there's no possibility here. And then I'm resisting and reacting to what I've aligned and agreed with, which gives me no freedom. But when I just allow myself to indulge in it, and for me, I have to give myself like a time thing. It might not be the same for you. So I'm like, all right, here's my time. And I just really go into it. And then I'm so over it. And usually by the end of it, I'll have this moment of like, oh, this isn't actually mine. Hmm. These thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't actually belong to me. Or they just kind of lift and like move out of my world because when you become present with anything, it changes. Like, oh my gosh, I think it was Einstein. There was like this whole thing about the moment you become present with a molecule, it starts to change. I'm probably butchering the scienciness of this, but I thought it was so fascinating when I heard this, is that your presence itself will alter molecules just by being present with it. So when you're being present with the thought, the feeling, or the emotion, the lows, the difficulties, the pity, the whatever is coming up, these energies, and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to be present with this, and like just this is what I'm aware of right now. This is what I'm aware of right now. This is what's going on around me right now. And it can almost start to like, you start to separate from it because we think that thoughts, feelings, and emotions are us and they're not. So when you're like, I'm sad, you're almost like claiming that you are sadness rather than you are aware of sadness or you are choosing to experience sadness, just as we choose to experience happiness. It is really like a choice that we have. And so when you kind of get locked in and you believe that these thoughts, feelings, and emotions are you, the being. You, the being, is not a thought, a feeling, or emotion. It's an infinite being, right? And your body is not a thought, a feeling, or emotion. Your body has feelings. It has physical, you know, feelings, but it is not a feeling. It is something so different. So what if you allowed yourself to indulge? And for you, it might be like, okay, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. I'm going to leave like the most ridiculous. I'm going to be like toddler tantrums. My kids only once did it ever, but I see them all the time. And that toddler tantrum is in the middle of the store and you lie down, you're kicking and screaming, and you're like, I want blah, 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 whatever. And you're crying and just being outrageous. And what if you just gave yourself that? Or you're like, I'm going to eat this whole tub of ice cream and just give yourself that. You could apologize to your body later. Body, I just required to do this. Please support me. Indulge in way too much TV, you know? Whatever it is for you. Maybe you get to like to just get lost in a book. Maybe you want to write a letter about how pathetic your life is and how pathetic you are and how awful everything is and nothing works out for you and the whole universe is against you. Like just indulge in like all these freaking thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And then when that time is done, okay, when the indulgence time is over, I'm gonna invite you to use the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. This is something I use every time on the show. And if you want more information, go to theclearingstatement.com. But just go, okay, everything that was, And everything that brought up and everything this lets down, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, pop-ups, creations, bases, and beyond. Huh. And you can do that a few times. And you can just even keep writing the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, pop-ups, creations, bases, beyonds. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, pop-ups, creations, bases, and beyonds. So what you're doing is you're clearing out the energy so it doesn't like sit with you for the rest of your day. You had that moment of indulgence. You're just being so present with all of these things showing up for you, with all these thoughts, these feelings, these emotions, these lows. And you're like, okay, here I am. And here is this. And then it will start to dissolve. It will start to change. It will start to move. And then you can ask questions like, who does this belong to? Are these even my feelings of pathetic? Is this my psychic abilities with the world? Is this something else going on? Am I in reaction? Am I responding? And play with this, and you will start to like uncover everything underneath this. Now, sometimes you can go straight to those questions, and it's gonna work and clear, and you don't even have to go through the pathetic indulgence, the pity party. And sometimes it actually, you'll be asking questions. And I've even had this with people that have like asked me questions. They've been like, well, how did you create this? I'm like, yeah, of course I created it. And I'm like, I am not in the space to be asking questions and to be like, flirting with consciousness in this way. It's like, just let me vent, or just let me be with what's showing up for me right now. And what if you gifted that to you when required? Have a beautiful, outrageous pity party. Like, really, like, go in deep for it, Don't shower. Just like be as pathetic as you can. Maybe don't even brush your teeth. I cannot do that. First thing I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth. That's just me. I can't do that, but I know other people do that. So like, don't brush your teeth. Don't don't get out of your pajamas. Don't shower. Just be like, blah, and like let yourself indulge until it's just not fun anymore. And then you're gonna have the presence to ask those questions and move beyond it. Otherwise, you're just continuously going while avoiding this energy that you've already decided. And then what's going to happen? You're probably going to get sick. You're going to crash in some way. You're going to hurt yourself, or your body's going to scream at you because you're not being present with all of the stuff that is here, that is influencing you, whether they are other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, whether they are programs running, whether they are whatever it is. It could be a bazillion different things, right? But you can't even be present with it. So you'll never uncover it. You're never going to unlock it, and you're never going to clear it until you can actually truly be present. So everything that is, we destroy it and create it, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, pop-ads, creations, bases, and beyonds. Just give yourself a pity party. Indulge. Really, truly, what if it was okay? What if it didn't make you weak? What if it didn't make you a failure? And what if it was actually the thing that will give you permission to relax and release so that you can, again, be present with what's actually going on? Because the thing is, you're not pathetic. And the universe does have your back, even if it absolutely feels like it does not. And it appears as though it does not. I know, I've been there in so many ways, so many times throughout my life. I 100% get it. And what I know to be true with all of me is that the universe is always having my back. And what's true for you will always make you lighter. So if that's light for you, then you know it too. And sometimes you just gotta revel in it. You gotta be like, you know what, universe, you're so mean. I've done that. I've just been like, "Roar," you know? And feel so much better after because also what are you suppressing when you're not allowing yourself to just go into that? Like what if there's all this potency and like killing energy and this energy that can actually change something in your life, but you keep going, "No, no, it's fine. I don't have feelings about this. I don't." And you don't. But when you're saying it as if you don't, when you believe that you do, faking it till you make it, it's not actually effective. It's just you're avoiding what's actually true. And you're creating more lies for yourself, which sticks to you more, does not create the space, does not create the freedom, and does not allow you to be present at all with what's truly going on. Hmm. Yep. I get it's all clicking, isn't it? Yeah, you're here with me. Thank you. So if fake it till you make it works for you, do it. But for me, it's never worked. What's true works for me. So if I'm truly in a space of holy shit, I'm completely overwhelmed, or I don't know what to do next, or I feel so pathetic or so lost, and I just let myself be present with that until it starts to open up, and then I go to my questions, and I have a million questions, and I never stay there for long. I never The last time I had like a long indulgence, I think typically now it's like maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes, but probably like 5 minutes, and I'm like over it because I gave myself that permission. I gave myself like a I once took a whole weekend and just was like, no, not lifing, not doing dishes. I'm not anything other than brushing my teeth, you know? Um, and I was so done with it after. So I don't require it as much. And again, I am a pretty positive person and I do see the miracles and the possibilities and everything. And I love that about me. I'm really grateful that I have created myself to be that way. But when I need a little bit of a indulgence and a pity party, I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose it. And I am going to do it with style and flair. What I mean by that is overly dramatic. Like, really amp it up. Like, be as pathetic as you possibly can. Crawl on the floor, you know? You'll be amazed at how quickly you get over it when you allow this. When you avoid it, it actually stretches for so much longer. And once you get that place of, I'm over this, use your tools, get your bars run. There's something called the access bars. It is a miracle for all clearing out the head stuff, um, sleep, water, move your body, find someone that can ask you questions. Maybe you have a facilitator that you'd love to reach out to and you have sessions with them. Go to your miracle list and look at it about all the magical things in the world. But sometimes we need that little space before we can get there to just really indulge. And then I always say everything for me, because I know that our thoughts, I know that what our decisions have so much power and potency. So if I'm having, say, a financial crisis and I'm like this and this and this, and I'm saying all this stuff about money, and I'm like literally energetically rejecting money and I'm destroying my money flows, but I allow myself to indulge in this like for 20 minutes of like, all this like, frustration. And then I go, everything that was, I destroy and uncreate it, because you can destroy and uncreate the havoc that you just created. So everything that is, I destroy and uncreate it. Everything that brought up and let down, I destroy and uncreate it. Everything that is not mine, I return to sender with consciousness attached. This is some good aftercare. After the indulgence, do these clearings to clear out those energies and allow that potency to go wherever it needs to go to actualize the change that you are asking for, because it's coming up for that change to be that change. Thank you so much for exploring this topic with me in the Curious Universe podcast, where we bypass the structures of reality so you can create your own magical reality. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you for exploring the Curious Universe with me. Your curiosity matters. And what if together we could create a greater, more curious world?